Folks, this Friday I'll be giving away a $300 Amazon gift card. And if you would like to enter this week's Amazon gift card giveaway, then be sure to subscribe to my channel. Folks, I'm doing a giveaway because I want to do my best in giving back to my community and helping many of you guys out. I know that many of you folks are in need of financial assistance, so while we're waiting for stimulus payments, I want to give out my very own stimulus check of $300 a week. Folks, I'll be doing this Amazon gift card giveaway until January 1st of next year, and I'll be announcing one winner every week.
Bill 2, that's Joe Manchin. He tweeted yesterday, as we work through the text of this legislation, I would hope we'll all continue to deal in good faith and do what's right for the future of the American people. President Biden wants Democrats to trust that Joe Manchin and Kyrsten Sinema are on board for this framework. Do you believe Joe Manchin and Kyrsten Sinema are on board for this framework?
Well, again, the framework is an outline. It's like the frame of a house, but you have to fill in the rest of the house before it is completed. That's what we're in the process of doing. That's what the actual legislative text is all about. That's what Joe Manchin is talking about, looking at the text. So we have to continue to work with Senator Manchin in good faith towards the goal of completing the actual language, remembering that the devil and the angels are in the text. And so we have to understand fully what is going to be included and continue to negotiate, both with Senator Manchin and with Senator Sinema. But I think we can do it.
What are your thoughts on Bernie Sanders, everybody, and his work on the fourth stimulus check? Tell me in the comments below. So be sure, folks, to enter the giveaway. So for many in California, this is the first increase in unemployment benefits since 1975. The change at the federal level results in a 25% increase for California beneficiaries. So those who are under the SNAP benefits in California must qualify for this payment. One of the measures included in the 2018 Farm Bill was an evaluation of the food plan. So SNAP benefits are now limited in what they can cover. And with such limitations, it was easy for researchers to show that the benefits are too slow, since families cannot use the payments to cover other household expenses. But many are still in need of a fourth stimulus check.
Are paying a whole lot more at the gas pump. They're paying a lot more when they go to the grocery store. What about those who are worried about pumping trillions more into the economy, only aggravating inflation?
Well, this bill is going to help get that down. We've got to address the supply chain. That is contributing significantly to the higher prices. And but many of the things that are in this bill, and I'm going to keep working after we get this done, because we've got to start producing chips in this country again. And I think we all agree on that. And you know, the irony I find is that a lot of Republicans didn't vote for the American Recovery Program, but they've taken credit and have been happy for the dollars that went in there. I don't want to. We're Americans. Why does everything have to be so partisan?
But many people are still in need of a fourth stimulus check because nearly 30% of American households say a fourth stimulus check is needed to pay off the household expenses. And after coming down from its peak in December 2020, the share of households encountering hardships has begun again. Now, I personally think, folks, that President Biden must step up to the plate and send out the fourth stimulus check as soon as possible. It is definitely necessary for him to do so. So the Build Back Better framework will also extend the enhanced child tax credit, and that has been sending families monthly payments since July. Although the extension is only for 1 year and not until 2025, the change making the tax provision fully refundable will become permanent. Lawmakers have been pushing forth on the checks in the spring, and support has grown greatly over the past few months. Be sure to enter the $300 Amazon gift card giveaway, folks. You do not want to miss out on this awesome opportunity, because I will be doing this Amazon gift card giveaway until next year, until January 1st of 2022.
Please sit down. I apologize for keeping you waiting. We were playing with elevators. Long story. Anyway, good evening. I believe we've had a series of very productive meetings in the past few days, and I'm looking forward to continuing to make progress on critical global issues as we head off to Glasgow. Because of what we've seen again here in Rome, what I think is the power of America showing up and working with our allies and partners to make progress on issues that matter to all of us. And there's really no substitute for face-to-face discussions and negotiations among the leaders when it comes to building understanding and cooperation. I found in all of my meetings here, both the larger sessions and the one-on-one sessions, and I had many of those, a real eagerness among our partners and allies for American leadership to to help bring the world together and solve some of these big problems. I found my one-on-one engagements with so many of the leaders and the importance of strong personal relationships never ceases to amaze me when you're looking at someone straight in the eye when you're trying to get something done. They know me, I know them, we can get things done together. And so I want to thank the Italian people, by the way, for the G20, for their hospitality, and congratulate Prime Minister Draghi. He did one heck of a job leading the G20 through a difficult year marked by great global challenges, critically among them ending the pandemic, driving a broad-based, sustainable global economic recovery, and tackling the climate crisis. I believe we made tangible progress on each of these issues, in part because of the commitment that the United States has brought to the table. For example, I'm proud that the G20 endorsed the global minimum tax. This is something the United States has been driving for over a year, building momentum up to this achievement. And this is an incredible win for all our countries. Instead of nations competing against one another to attract investments by bottoming out corporate tax rates, this set a minimum floor of 15% to ensure that giant corporations begin to pay their fair share no matter where they're headquartered, instead of hiding profits overseas. We also agreed to establish a fund in the future that for countries can draw on to help prevent, if necessary, and respond to the next pandemic, prepared for the next time around. Yesterday, together with Prime Minister Johnson and Merkel and Macron, President Macron, we came together to reiterate our shared belief that diplomacy is the best way to prevent Iran from gaining a nuclear weapon, and we discussed how best to encourage Iran to resume serious good faith negotiations. And I also want to note that even as I've been here in Rome, as you might guess, and some of you I suspect doing the same thing, American reporters, been focused on the vital issues that affect American workers and families at home. I just finished meeting with a broad coalition of partners on how to address the immediate supply chain backlogs and that the world's been dealing with and facing, and we're facing back at home, and how to make sure we have access to all the products we need, from shoes to furniture to electronics to automobiles, to make sure that we talk about how better to secure ourselves against these future shocks, whether pandemic, climate change, or other disasters. And the Build Back Better framework, which is, God willing, going to be voted on as early as sometime this coming week, that I announced on Thursday, includes, for the first time ever, several billion dollars to help strengthen the supply chains to make sure we have access to everything we need. And it's going to give workers and folks making all these products just a little bit of breathing room. The Build Back Better will also going to make it easier for them